Camera. Hi, I'm Julia.
And I'm Sue.
Welcome to A Whole Lot of Craft.
Yeah! Welcome to episode 54 of Whole Lot of Craft. On today's episode, we are going to catch up with the ladies have been doing during this cold, cold winter. And then we're going to get down and dirty on the floor with some hammers and make some flower prints. Come back and join us.
So welcome back to January.
Yes! It got cold.
Yes, very cold. I'm not happy with it. It's not been fun. If it's going to be cold, it needs to snow and be pretty. Because this brown dead junk is not fun.
You go, girl. Put your order in.
Yeah.
You're going to get it this weekend.
I know, this weekend. We're not going to go anywhere. Oh, that's all right. As long as everybody gets home safely.
That's right.
Good enough for me.
That's right.
So
what do we have to do? We have to give something away.
We do. Actually, I'm here looking at my little paper because I have holiday giveaway written at the top of it, so I don't forget to tell you guys who won that thread. And there was a lot of people who did a lot of crafts. Like there's like 4 or 5 different pictures in each little thing, and so people really were
crafting away for the holidays.
Yeah, so
awesome.
Some lucky recipients out there. But we do have a winner. And our winner by random number generator was number 2, who is a simple homestead, and her name is Carmen. And she made slippers, cowls, washcloths, and she baked.
Good for her.
Yeah, and it looked really good too.
She sounds very productive.
Yeah, she did a lot of work. So Carmen wins a lovely skein of lace weight. This is Schaefer Ann. And I admit I've wound it but not used it, and I lost the tag. So I will try to find the tag, but if not, I will write down all of the details for you so you have it. It's blue and brown and yellow, and
it's really pretty.
Yeah.
I can see that as a late winter, early spring, kind of coming into the springage.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of yardage. It's a very nice yarn. I don't do a whole lot with lace weight anymore. So I'll eat my words this spring probably because that's the way it works. But so this is yours, Carmen. Just contact me and let me know your address, and we'll get it right out.
Awesome.
So congratulations. And that's the only giveaway that we did, but we have the 2 still listed.
Right.
For our 2 books.
Yes.
Cast Iron, Cast On, and Color Wheel Knits. So those are still running for another 2 weeks. If you'd like to have a chance to win those books, go in and answer the thread, and we'll put you in for the drawing.
Sounds good.
Those are fun books.
They were very fun.
I've been looking at the next couple. There's some really good stuff we have to look forward to.
Yay!
So, yeah.
That'll be this future podcast.
Yes. Not today. Today, what are we doing? We're smashing things.
We're smashing things with a hammer and making it into pretty stuff.
Yeah, which is really good when it's been a long week already.
So, what have you been doing in the meantime? Anything?
Oh, yeah.
Anything?
Oh, I have a couple.
Wait, you have good news.
I do.
Share your good
Hold on,
news.
let me grab this. So, sorry, hello. So, yesterday I decided to put up a new pattern that's currently in testing. But I figured, if it's being tested and there's a mistake, I can't really sell the pattern because that's not fair to you guys. So I put it out there for free. And it's still out there, so if till the 31st actually. So if you would like your own, you can use the code that's listed on the page and get your own pattern. But this is called After the Fall because it reminds me of like what the landscape looks like after the leaves are gone, except for Japanese maples stick around a little bit longer. So this is the After the Fall cowl, and it's a knit flat button, button
fun.
front. And yesterday,
She's so excited.
I got 1,000 people got this pattern.
That's so exciting.
And I'm actually on the very front page in the hot right now on Ravelry.
That's so exciting. Congratulations.
It just tickles me. Whether or not anybody actually buys it when it goes for sale is another story, but it's just cool. It's just cool to be like, wow, somebody really likes my pattern.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is After the Fall. And you can wear it once. You could wear it twice. It'll be tight if you wear it twice. But I like to button it Let me show you. As I wear 2 scarves because, that's fashionable.
Well, it is really cold, so.
I bring it all the way around and then button just one.
Oh, that's fun.
So then it's kind of cozy around your neck, but it's not choking you down below.
Yeah, and there's a lot more color then. Yeah. Spread out. I like it.
So yeah, but you guys can play around with it once yours is done. Whoever wants to do it is able to do it. So yeah, thank you, Ravelry World.
That's so
and
exciting.
the community for supporting.
Yes.
Supporting independent designers. That's really is very, very cool.
Yay.
Maybe
we'll have to keep updated on if it goes up in the ranks.
Yeah. I was just thinking those little subcockles, like they talk about in The Grinch. The subcockles are all bursting right now. So that was my big thing. That's my biggest FO. But then I also finished the first hexagon of that blanket of epic awesomeness.
That is so cool. And this is the one that you're going to do for 2 years?
Yes. So hexagon 1, which reminds me a lot of a snowflake, actually.
It does. It looks very much like a snowflake.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'm going to do all of them. They're not all going to be gray.
I like the way the back looks. I think the back looks really cool. It looks like a spider web.
It's all stranded. Yeah, you can kind of see the pattern a little bit even.
Actually, it looks like a snowflake more on the back.
Huh. Yeah. If you look at it from far away. That's cool. So I think the front, and it's going to, there's a couple little strings that are loose where I didn't catch them quite right. But I'm not sure I'm even going to have to put a backing on it. Nice. If it looks cool, it might be good enough to just kind of lay out. But that's Hex 1 of Persian Dreams. And that's pretty much all I did. This took me a little bit longer than I expected it to. It's a lot more stitches than I thought it was going to be. Not the 2 nights that I said I could do it in. Not at all. It took me about a week. But it's worth it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be cool.
Awesome.
Now, how about you?
I have been painting a bedroom very, very slowly. So that's been taking up most of my time. Mm-hmm. And I'm still working on getting my studio back in order when I put new shelving in and move stuff around. Yeah. But I did come across this when I was, moving stuff around in my studio and sorting, and I just thought I'd bring it out because it's something that I made a long time ago.
It's really cute.
Long enough ago that, it was supposed to be for one of my children because I was making a real mitten. I made, sewed a little mitten pattern and put fleece inside.
Nice.
And then now one is in middle school and one is in grade school.
Right.
Almost in middle school. So, so much for that.
Yes.
But it's still really cute. And I think I might need to just have it out for the winter as a decoration because it's so cute.
If you have anything more, you can make a little bunting of him.
Oh, yeah.
Or a garland, I guess it's called. When it's not bunting shaped.
Is that the difference between a bunting and a garland? I
didn't
know.
I guess.
Maybe that'll be a podcast. Semantics of crafting.
There you go. There aren't many words.
We'll call it a whole lot of semantics.
Sure.
People will latch right onto that.
Well, the linguistics out there will be like, this isn't quite what I was thinking.
So anyway, I like this little cutie guy.
He's
it reminds me of, days gone by when I was crafting all the time instead of just sometimes. Mm-hmm. So anyway.
It's very cute.
Yeah. So today we are going to do some crafting. Mm-hmm. Our DIY is going to be pounding flowers.
Yeah, which I've never done before.
So we're gonna start working toward Valentine's Day, and use some flowers to make some designs and make them into sachets and valentines. So today for our DIY, we're going to pound flowers and we're going to make valentines out of them. This is one that I did probably 10 years ago. And what I did is I pounded a flower and then I actually outlined parts of it with a Sharpie, and then I sewed it together, put rice and some herbs in here to make a little sachet. Another thing that we're going to show you how to do is how to make it using watercolor paper so that you can make actual valentines. So we think this is a fun way for you to make valentines for Valentine's Day. All you really need is some fabric. This is some cotton fabric. This is some flannel fabric. Just about any kind of fabric will work that's been washed and ironed. Or you can use paper. I'm using watercolor paper because it's nice and thick and it has a nice texture to it. Watercolor or multimedia paper is really good because that texture is what will absorb the juices from the flowers. And then of course you need some flowers. I just went to the grocery store and bought a bouquet. when it's not winter, or if you live in a warm climate, you can go out and collect leaves and flowers from your garden. And you need a hammer. You can use just about any different kind of hammer that you have. And so that's all you need to get started. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start, and I'm going to do this fabric piece first here. I put it on top of a board because you are going to be hitting with a hammer. You need a hard surface, and you need something also that you don't mind ruining because the juices are going to come out the other side and they're going to get on the board. And so with these particular flowers, because they're really big, if you're using a smaller flower like this little guy here, you could just cut off his stem on the back and place him face down, whatever side that you really want most of the print on. And then you need to cover it with something. I'm going to actually cover it with the fabric because the color does come through the other way. You can also use a paper towel, or you could use a piece of paper. Okay. Your other options are you could just use a plain piece of fabric and then cut out your design once you see what you've made, or you can start with something that's already cut into a certain shape, and that way you can arrange your flowers the way you want to on the shape. And there's really no right or wrong answer to this. So I'm just going to take that, put that there. I'm going to pull a few petals off of this guy and kind of just spread them around. And I'm going to add some greenery to this as well. It helps if things are flat, so rather than, you can smush it like this and just put the greenery like that, and whatever happens, happens. You don't know what you're going to get, and it's sort of like a Rorschach test. Or you can take it and pull it apart and really create little designs if you choose with your greenery. And really, a lot of this is trial and error. Some flowers you get great color that just really oozes out. Others you pound and pound and pound and you get almost nothing. So these leaves are actually really, really very kind of leathery. So I don't know what kind of color I'm going to get out of them. So you know what? I'm going to stick in one of these leaves, which is very moist. And we're just going to see what happens. I'm going to stick that guy in there. These here. Need to stick this guy over here. And why not try a rose petal? Again, you just don't know until you've experimented to see which flowers give you more color and which don't. So put those in there, cover that up. I'm going to start with my mallet. It's nice and flat. You just start pounding like that, and you'll see that there's color coming through this way, and it's getting mushed onto the fabric as well. And you just keep pounding until you get the colors that you want, and as much as you want in there. So now I can open this up. Some of these flowers will be really mushed on here. The rose comes off really nicely. Look at how pretty that is. As you notice, some of them change colors too. So these petals kind of are turning very brown. And again, it's one, you know, this is a craft to experiment with. This is probably going to stay very green. That is so beautiful. This guy just mushes. He makes a mushy mess. So if you're going to use fabric to do this with, the next step in this process would be to use a press cloth over top and then iron this, because then that sets the color in there, and then it doesn't fade as quickly or as fast. So you can see, like I predicted, these didn't give as much color as that leaf did, because you could just feel how wet that leaf was and how much juice was in it. So It's up to you if you like to do the random like this, where, you know, you just kind of throw everything on there and start hammering, or if you want to make, you could actually take your flowers and make, you know, like a landscape or a picture. Like they do at the flower show when they use the dried flowers to make all those different pictures. So, I'm going to pull that off. So there's our fabric that we have. And so I'm going to go iron this. So we made our little things and we sewed them.
Yep. I made mine from an old pillowcase.
Yeah, and I was thinking it would be so pretty to put this lacy stuff on one part of it. You could put that on the back or something.
Yeah, you could. That'd be really neat looking.
That's it.
I thought it would be easier to start by just doing it from the corner, and then I have less seams to sew. All about the simplicity.
Yeah.
But I think the flowers and the leaves turned out really cool. And actually what I did with mine is I pounded it on top and it soaked through both sides and onto the board. So
You must be hammering
I
hard.
guess now we have a nice little decoration if you want to cut the board too.
So you saw me make my hearts, and you can, you know, make a pattern for your hearts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just freehanded them because that's how I make hearts. So yours is probably going to be easy to fill because you have a nice open space, and you can use some rice and throw it in there. I have some lavender too.
Yeah.
This one that I said was 10 years old, it still smells lavendery, which is amazing. But when you have a small hole like this on the side, what I do is I just make a funnel out of a piece of paper and just take a piece of paper and make it into a cone.
Mm-hmm.
Because it goes much better than...
Yeah.
I could actually get a spoon, I
A
suppose.
spoon would be a little bit easier. That's all right. I'm doing okay. And I did a little looking online, and I'll post some links with different combinations of herbs, because there's some, like the lavender obviously would be nice for soothing, but you can mix things up and you can make moth repellent, you can make mosquito repellent, you can make one that's going to be stimulating smelling, so that if you heat it up in the morning you can smell it and it might alert you a little bit. There's all kinds of different herbal concoctions you can do. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, especially if you're giving this to someone who might use it as a sachet in their drawer or in their sweater closet.
Yes, and we all know we keep the moths away at all costs.
Yeah, so now I'm going to throw some lavender in here. I think when I did my other sachet, I don't know if it was this one or when I made eye pillows, I combined a whole bunch of things. Lavender, chamomile.
So kind of like making a tea.
Yeah, pretty much so. Like an herbal tea is a great thing. I made my heart really big. I might have to go get more rice.
Yeah, I was noticing I'm only a quarter of the way up too, and
That's
we're gonna
fine.
be out.
I mean, you can make it as full or as not as you want to. And what I did with this one really simply is I just hot glued ribbon all the way around.
Oh, okay.
And then just tied it together at the top and made the little thing. So it wasn't anything difficult or hard. I didn't sew it on. I just hot glued it on. And I'm surprised it stayed that long.
That is nice. Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's a fun little idea to do.
Yeah. And lots of fun to do with, you know, with kids. Because they like to hit things with hammers.
The hammering would be much fun.
And, you know, they can't really break anything except themselves.
Which hopefully will not happen anytime soon.
I keep forgetting my funnel. There we go.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, and we hope that you are well on your way towards making your Valentines for your special Valentine.
Coming up sooner than you think.
Yes, always, always, always.
And we will see you back here again in a couple of weeks. Don't forget to go and sign up for the giveaways if that is something you'd like to do to win those books.
Don't forget to download your free After the Fall pattern from Julia's site store on Ravelry. Bring her up to number 1. Yeah.
And sorry?
Go.
Happy crafting and knitting and etc. So we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, look. I got one side done.
Yeah. That's kind of cool looking.
Mine looks kind of like mine could be a ghost.
Woo!
That's so funny. Maybe this is for Halloween instead.